everybody. We're back. This is AMK International. We have Ashhad Agyapong, AMK International athlete who will be representing Ghana at the 2012 Olympic Games. That is one of his goals, among others. So without any hesitation, we're going to get right into some questions just to briefly discuss his preparation and things of that nature. So the first question we have is briefly describe your path to now training under AMK International.
Okay, AMK is a newly founded group, just put together this year. I came back to New Jersey after graduating college in 2007. I went down to Florida, like one of my training partners, Jacqueline Todd, chasing the weather. Came back to New Jersey and decided to chase more weather. Went out to California for some time. Didn't really work out, and I landed back here in New Jersey and was training here at TCNJ. And at the time, my coach Lindsay, he was the assistant coach here, and we got to talking a little bit and was like, how about we, let me work with you a little bit. So decided that was the idea, and been rocking together for about 3 years now. But over time, the group has grown. Back when I was first here, it was just him and I. We were training together. He was still competing. So I do very much remember those days when we would hit the track and doing loops and lifting and just really grinding it out. And now it's kind of switched a little bit. He's more in a just general coaching capacity. But I have my my teammates Kevin, Marvin, Cyrus, and Miriam and Jacqueline, and it's a great group environment. I typically am a loner at times, just in the past, but I feel like a lot of times when I do get in a group setting, I kind of take my training and stuff to another level. So yeah, so that's where we are now, and we're looking to do some big things with this AMK International thing. So that's pretty much the path that I've taken to get here.
You're coming off your longest competitive season in your career, starting very early and going all the way out to September. You competed at the World Outdoor Championships in South Korea, Daegu, South Korea, and also the All-African Games in Mozambique, Africa. Kind of talk a little bit about your experiences that you obviously had at those international competitions and parts it played in your preparation for this coming year, 2012 season.
Well, the World Outdoor Championships is probably the step below the Olympics. That's one of the highest points that you can reach, in this sport. So for me to qualify for that, was quite an experience. I've traveled a lot, and I've been to pretty much every continent to compete. But that meet in itself, the World Championships in South Korea, was unlike any other I've been to. Just the way they cater to the athletes, and just the organization of the meet. It's really something that you can watch 1,000 track meets, 1,000,000 track meets on TV, but to actually be there and see it for yourself, it's unlike anything else. I'm not one to get very starstruck. So when I got into that setting, I wasn't really looking at observing all these top athletes. I was there to take care of business. For anyone who doesn't know, this past season I changed my allegiance. And I represent Ghana now, my father's native country. So this is my first season competing for the Ghana national team. So like I was saying, for me to go to that meet and to compete for my country, was something that was very I took a lot of experience from it. And going from World Championships, we went to the All-African Games in Mozambique, which is the equivalent of the Olympics, but just for Africa. They have a whole bunch of different disciplines, and that was, to say the least, an experience in itself. It was definitely something that I wasn't prepared for. A I got a lot of feedback from African athletes who are accustomed to competing in Africa, and it's something that they're typically used to. You know, I'm based over here in the United States, and just the organization of that meet was complete 180 from World Championships. So it was a little bit of a shock. Wasn't really prepared for what I was being, you know, what I was going to, like, getting myself into. But, you know, just like anything else, you know, you learn from it, and, you know, you just try to, you know, take as much away from it as you can, and prepare for the next, you know, the next round of it. You know, we have African Championships this coming year, so I'm mentally already preparing myself for, you know, the worst. You know, you have to be able to go into a situation, you know, and handle it, you know, as it comes at you. So, you know, I just took that experience. It wasn't a great experience, the Mozambique trip, but, you know, I just took as much from it as I can, you know, and I'm ready for Africa second time around. So.
What's one struggle you find yourself facing in training, and what you're doing to overcome this circumstance?
Well, in the past, like, I'm a very hard worker. You know, my coach and, you know, my training partners can attest. Like, when I come to practice, you know, I come to take care of business. You know, I do, you know, joke around and stuff like that. But, you know, when I'm in the workout, you know, I'm trying to go after it. So that's something that I don't really worry about. It's the outside things, like, you know, taking care of my body and, you know, things of that nature. Like, I'm always diligent about, you know, taking care of my body, but going to the World Championships made me open my eyes and see that there's a lot more that you can do. You know, so, like, just the little things like being consistent with, you know, with my hydrotherapy, you know, and trying to be more diligent with, you know, getting massages and, you know, stretching and stuff, things of that nature, is something that you really have to stay on top of. Like, it's imperative if you really want to succeed. You know, some people they can get away with it, but me myself, this year I told myself that I have to really be on top of this, because for me it's going to really take me to that next level. I feel like if I take care of my body better than I've done in the past, which is, like I said, been kind of my Achilles heel, I feel like I can really, you know, do some big things, and it's showing so far. I've been having some really good workouts, and, you know, I'm really pushing the upper limits of what coach is throwing at me, you know, and that's, you know, that's very much a testament to me really taking care of my body, you know. So.
And last question, what are some of your goals heading into the 2012 season?
Well, ultimately, to make it to the Olympics, and also to progress through the rounds and make it deep into, hopefully to make Olympic final, you know. Outside of that, I want to be ranked #1 in Africa. After going to African Championships and seeing the level of competition there. There's some good competition in Africa, but I feel like I can go there and really do some damage and really make a name for myself in Africa. And also indoor, like, you know, I talked to, you know, my coach, and, you know, we weren't really trying to press so much indoors, but, you know, I got a little side goal that I've been you know, gearing up for over the past month, and I want to make a run for World Indoor Championships. I feel like, you know, if things progress well, you know, I think I can surprise myself and you know, qualify for World Indoor Championships. I'm not an indoor runner, but you know, I really might surprise myself. Training is going very, very good. I'm stronger, faster. You know, times and workouts have been, you know, like I said, on the upper limit. So it's going to be very, very interesting, you know, over the next couple months through the indoor season, and, you know, see what we got in the tank. You know.
And lastly, is there anything else you want to say to the supporters and viewers of AMK?
Well, #1, I want to thank my coach Lindsay. He's been by me since, like I said, since I, you know, settled down, you know, back here in New Jersey. One thing I tell a lot of people, you know, like I said, I was chasing weather because that's what everyone says. Oh, you got to go where it's hot, you know, where it's warm, and it's definitely a benefit. You know, it's definitely a benefit. But in the end, ultimately, it's all about your support system. If you have a great support system, and you have people that are willing to help you and, you know, genuinely help you, you can make it happen anywhere. Like, that's my honest belief. And Coach Lindsay has really been an intricate part in my development as an athlete and as a coach. You know, I've said it in countless, you know, newspaper articles and stuff like that, and I truly, honestly, you know, mean it. You know, he's helped me beyond belief. So I really want to thank him. Outside of him, you know, I want to thank all our supporters so far, people that are watching the YouTube channel, watching us on Facebook, and stuff like that. You know, so just stay tuned. It's going to be interesting, and yeah, you know, AMK, we looking to do something big this year.
All right, thanks.